Hey, what's crackin' lackin' Neekz of the world? This is Cronoxf for Nerds of the Square Table, coming back at you for part 2 of my review for Dark Pheonix. So, to begin, the movie was kind of meh to me. I found myself getting kind of bored in certain parts and almost kind of fell asleep in other parts. But the good points is that this movie was better than X3. And lots of people, well, somebody died in the beginning, but didn't really care about her as much. That kind of gave it away, but that's okay. But overall, it was a little boring. So the mutant power effects were great. The final battle was really cool, and yeah, it's an okay movie. If you're an X-Men fan, you'll probably watch it anyway. So yeah, but again, I'm not a fan of the First Class movies. I just didn't really care about the characters as much, and it's like you didn't get invested with them, and it just wasn't that great. So the way the movie played out was alright. It kind of follows along where Jean gets the Phoenix Force, and she can't control it, which happens in the comics. She ends up not being able to control it, and it takes her over, and she just ends up killing lots of people. So that's kind of what happens in this movie, so that's pretty okay for me. But yeah, overall the story just moved really slowly, and I just didn't get into it. I just found myself being really bored in parts, and there's lots of talking, and then when she starts killing people, it's kind of cool. You kind of go, oh, wow, damn, but then you never really care all that much. And then the addition of these aliens that come in to try to take the Phoenix Force, it just adds on another layer of villains. Just like complicates the story. It's just like, what? Who are these people? It's like they don't really explain who they are. It's just some race chasing after the Phoenix Force. It's just like, okay, yeah. They don't even really explain how their motives all that well, and like even why they thought they could use the Phoenix Force the way they want to use it, or how that would work. And it's like they just never really explained it all that well. And maybe if there were sequels to this movie, they might have fleshed that out later. But since this is the last X-Men movie, it's not gonna happen unless Marvel picks up this storyline and takes it with it, which I don't see that happening, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna reboot X-Men entirely. So with a new team, a new Jean Grey, maybe they might cast the same characters, I don't know. But this was an okay movie. It wasn't the kind of movie that you would expect to end a series. It didn't really go out with that much of a bang, although the ending kind of did go bang. But in the end, it just doesn't really hit you all that much. Like, oh, this is the last one. It's like they really put in everything that they needed to put in. It's just like not as much closure as you would expect, and it's like, yeah, it just ended, but couldn't really expect much, because it was getting filmed in the middle of the merger, and they just went with it, and we'll see how it happens when the MCU picks up X-Men, which should be either in this phase or the next phase. It's not going to be in this phase. They already said it. It's not going to be in this phase. It's probably the next phase. So phase 5, we'll have X-Men and maybe Fantastic Four. So, yeah. My score is going to be a 6 out of 10. It's a little bit higher than the 5 I went in because the effects are cool and like some of the battles are awesome, but the story itself is just slow. Just you don't. I was like bored. I kind of had to leave the movie to go use the bathroom, and like I came back and I didn't really miss much. That's how slow the movie was going. So yeah, that's kind of one of the few times I've ever had to leave a movie to use the bathroom, like, and I didn't really care that I had to leave the movie. So that kind of tells you where I was at watching that movie. So yeah, 6 out of 10. It's alright. If you're an X-Men fan, you're gonna watch it. If not, I'd wait till it gets on like Netflix or something, or like rent the DVD. It's not entirely worth the watch in the theater. So yeah, next movie's probably looking like either MIB International or Shaft. Most likely it's going to be MIB International. So check back with us on Nerds of the Square Table, and we'll see you later.